Hey, welcome to whoever joined the stream. This is my first time ever streaming, so yeah, just trying this out. I have this have the capture card going over here too for gonna be hunting for a shiny Regice and emerald, so that footage will be have to be a separate thing. So I'm still learning how to combine everything into one layout. Yeah, I really appreciate whoever joined. Just gonna start up these hunts right now. I was probably just using recover, so that was not the smartest move by me. Just trying to feint this staryu. You know what, I'm just gonna turn this down. And let me know if the hopefully the audio is all good. This is, yeah, my first time ever streaming gaming, so welcome, guys. Really appreciate anyone joining this stream. Just trying this out because I feel like it's I ran into some difficulties with editing, just taking so long to edit videos. So I'm working on streamlining that. In the meantime, figured why not try some live stream shiny hunting. We'll see if anything shows up. welcome to whoever joined the stream. Really appreciate you watching. Just trying this out, seeing how it goes. Thought it'd be fun. Yeah, playing on those two games and then doing Regice, and I rolled on this capture card DS here. So we'll see. Something appears, but at the very least, it's fun to try out a live stream. Train up some Eradicate and LeafGreen in the meantime. Welcome. Really appreciate anyone who just joined this stream. Gotta pay attention to make sure I notice whether or not there's a shiny on my screen, because I'm just, playing 3 games at once and, live streaming, which is not something I'm used to. Yeah, hopefully your guys' weekend was awesome. It's extremely cold here, or it's getting cold, but Welcome, guys. Really appreciate you checking out the stream. Just trying this out. Welcome. Really appreciate you guys joining the stream. Welcome, guys, to the stream. Really appreciate you joining. It's my first time doing this. Oh, what's up, man? Appreciate you watching this. Yeah, it's cool to see a comment, so I see who's watching the stream. Really appreciate that. Oh, what's up? We got more comments. I really appreciate you guys stopping by to watch this, because this is the best I can do with the setup for now, but we'll see what I can do in the future. Also doing Regice on there. Capture card. Actually, I might. I don't know why it's a black screen though. So maybe I'm not doing it. I gotta check on that. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Just, yeah, it's really cold out right now. Figured, why not try something different, Get outside my comfort zone and try a shiny hunting live stream. Oh, so I'm going for Tangela, of course, and LeafGreen. But while I'm training Eradicate up in there in the meantime, then hoping for Gulpin in this game, in the Pokemon X, and then going for Regice and Emerald. I'm also happy to take requests for targets too, preferably on these 3 games. But yeah, like I'm open to hunting different places in here in all 3 of these games. Honestly, not too set on these targets right now. Just trying to feint this staryu here. looks like the capture card is all good to go now. So if something appears on there, that'll just be in a non-live video. Sorry about this. It's such a rough setup, but doing what I can with this. Yeah, and I'm open to taking requests too for things to hunt. Hold on, I saw a comment. I just oh yeah, I started. Let's see, it says 26 minutes ago I started, and yeah, doing Regice runaway method for that emerald. Honestly, actually, now that I see Scraggy appearing here, I think I'd be psyched on that too in X version. I have no idea what I'm doing in LeafGreen. The staryu is just like, oh man. It's like I'm using refresh or something to. It's just that's the problem with not having a Pokemon Center to heal up at, so the Illuminator ends up. Yeah, exactly. The struggle to faint this staryu is real. So, you know what? Let's see. Gotta pay attention to these hordes too, because some of them are, you know, you can't see them all appear at once. Yeah, I really appreciate whoever's watching this stream. Hopefully your weekend has been going well. I know it's pretty much over for me now. Let me just get this hunt going. Sorry, I'm not used to playing a few games at once while streaming. Not used to streaming, but man, that's rough about the running from the Mime Junior. Yeah, I feel that. One of the first shinies I ever found, possibly the first ever, was a giraffe rig and emerald in the Safari Zone, and it was on the original the original Game Boy Advance, and yeah, I had the sound off. I was in the car. I accidentally ran from that. So, oh yeah, I'm glad to hear you reclaim that. I have no idea what I'm doing here. This is. I'm gonna go with a different plan. This staryu thing is not. Sorry, this is. Yeah. It's all right. It was it was a long time ago, but that was a devastating moment losing the giraffe rig. So it was like I was just so unfamiliar with shinies. And then to lose one, you know, I actually hunted for a bit. I don't even have repels. Yeah, I was not very prepared for a lot of things. But yeah, that was I actually did some hunting back then. That was, you know, probably a year or so after Emerald version came out. Yeah, horde shinies are interesting. Like, it does feel like they can be pretty easy to find. I'd love to reclaim a Gulpin here. I never had a shiny scraggy, so that would be a cool one too. I hatched for it some in I want to say English Black version a while ago, just didn't get it. Adventures on Route 1. You know, it's like it would help if I didn't have the illuminator up front, so I'm not encountering so many things. Yeah, but I figured Regice would be a cool hunt for this weather. You know, there's supposed to be some like really low temperatures the next 3 days, especially. So I'm like, you know what? Why not hunt Regice? Got that going over here. Actually, I'll do one encounter here. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. So, yeah, that's cool about the runaway method. I've seen someone do that for Zapdos before, and I believe it's a little bit faster than the soft reset, so it's cool. It's I think it makes it it's like a unique twist on that hunt. I think that while the firered LeafGreen soft resets can be fast, it's like there's a little bit of a delay, you know, going through tile screen, everything like that. I think it'd be cool to do a different approach. Yeah, we got the 2 shinies on this LeafGreen version. Yeah, exactly. I like changing up hunts like that sometimes just to, you know, keep it fresh and interesting. I did that with, obviously I said that in the video, but I did that with Shaman in Pearl version. I thought that was a fun hunting method. Even if it took a little bit more precision, you know, with trying to get just, you know, going to a certain place before turning around on the bike. But, I wonder what I should hunt in this game. It's, you know, maybe I could do LeafGreen. Well, obviously LeafGreen. I could do the game corner. Yeah, I really got to pay attention to these hordes. I feel like I'm just not even processing whether or not I'm looking at a shiny on this on that game. So let's bring in shiny Caesar for good luck. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things. Honestly, I was thinking of Ho-Oh. I thought that'd be a cool one. I hunted that some last year, but didn't get it. I think right now it's just like, as much as I do like training while shiny hunting, I feel like it you know, it's like a way to progress, like some concrete progress, even if the shiny doesn't appear. But I'm just gonna do the good old game corner. See what we can get here. Let's see if there's a good border. I kind of want to do abra. Let's go with that. It kind of fits. The question is, do I do 5 abra at a time, or do I do whatever it is, 81, I think, in LeafGreen. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that means a lot. I figure this would be a good way to, like doing a live stream would be a good way to get past some perfectionist things that come up sometimes when I'm creating videos. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna just go live and create something right now, even if I don't keep it up. But all right, looks like we're stocking boxes with abra, and it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, all the nicknames. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys checking out the stream. That means a lot. And now it's time to spam A on the or mostly A. I don't want to. Sorry, the tripod is like kind of right up against the SP, so it is moving. Yeah, I always enjoyed the LeafGreen firered game corner hunts, just, you know, scrolling through different ones until you see that blue border with the star. I thought it's always a cool experience with that. Oh, that's a good question. How many abra? You know, I want to say 2. Back in the day, like end of December 2008, I was very new to. Oh yeah, so actually, yeah, that's a good point. So 2 game corner ones and 1. I found 1 random encounter in Soul Silver, but yeah, 1 abra was back in December 2008. Firered, one of my first ever completed full odds hunts, like one of the first 5 or so. And then I found 1 in LeafGreen. I want to say that May. I even remember the ID on that LeafGreen. It was 44441. Because I sometimes remember random details like that. But actually, I'm using this. Yeah, 2008. That was a good time. So I'm using this counter, but I'm just doing so much right now at once. It feels like that I don't even know like how many I've missed. That, you know, that I haven't pressed for the. I'm timing it with the Regice and the horde encounters at the same time. So I think the interesting thing will be scrolling through that. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's always fun scrolling through all those abras, you know. Well, it looks like I'm just going to be nicknaming a lot of them because I don't feel like I'm not super precise with this right now. And this might sound, I don't know, I've always thought it'd be cool to find 2 horde shinies at once. Even though obviously I would only get to keep one of them. I just think it would be such a mind-blowing experience to see 2 appear at the same exact time on the same game, you know. So I think I don't really expect it anytime soon, but maybe after a lot of horde hunts it could happen. Yeah. It's especially crazy when I see, when I've seen, like, you know, 2 of them next to each other in the horde, because I would imagine that the shyness is determined sequentially across the horde or something, so I would think that getting them next to each other is like 2 in a row. Yeah. I've actually seen a few, not too many, but like maybe a handful of, and then just some pictures on Reddit of people finding 2 horde shinies at once. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, the exciting part will be checking these abra. It's just they're going to be scattered because the boxes were not organized optimally. So I'm curious what you guys are, if you're hunting for any shinies or playing any Pokemon games or other games. I've been playing through Pokemon X a bit over the past few months, because I never beat it when it initially came out, just because of all kinds of things that got in the way. Just mentally, I got in my own way with that. I was trying to perfect things, I guess. But so it's been cool to finally get around to playing this game, and I have 6 badges, I think, right now. So let's see. We have 6 badges on here. I figure I got to at least finish a playthrough of X or Y before the remake, or not remake, but another game from that region comes out. Yeah, I know it's not the most exciting gameplay with the Abra situation here, but yeah, I've been getting more into Gen 6 and just Gen 7 too. I was a little discouraged at first from hunting in those games, because I just couldn't find some like concrete evidence on some of the shiny odds for some things. So I just, I wanted, if the odds were going to be increased, I wanted to know that they were increased. So that's why I was hesitant with like the ultra wormholes in X and Y, or sorry, I don't either, actually. I think it'd be really cool to get some shiny starters from Gen 6. But yeah, I heard that the wormhole, or the wormhole shiny odds in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon are, for legendaries, are always full odds. I think even with the shiny charm too. So I thought that was interesting, and there are some cool targets there. So I thought about almost hunting Groudon in there, but it just it didn't look as good. I think Groudon looks just so much better in Gen 3 shiny Groudon. In terms of shiny starters so right now I don't have a ton. I've been like rebuilding my shiny collection over the past like just over 2 years. And shiny stars I have right now, I have Mudkip, now a Swampert, and Alpha Sapphire. I have a Trico I evolved into Sceptile and Sapphire right now. What else I don't know if I have any more. And these Abra it feels like it's taking forever to buy these, but yeah, I think I just have those 2. My history with shiny Trico is just I have to make a list of all the ones I found, but I want to say that I've found 7 or something like that. It's wild. Oh, hey Shepherd, how's it going, man? I appreciate you stopping by the stream. Yeah, it's always nice to see a comment too. It's just, even if it's something brief, it's like I really do appreciate that, because it's like it, I know he's checking out the video. He found all starters. Yeah, I thought your compilation video was really cool too, by the way. It's cool to see just, see all the shiny encounters in one video, and yeah, props again for that Chansey. 1 sec, I'm just trying to get the chat. All stars. So over the years, oh man, yeah, I found a lot of shiny stars over the years. It's hard to say, honestly. So I definitely found multiples of all the Hoenn starters. Like, this was the craziest one ever, I think. I once found a random shiny Trico in Emerald version. Oh man, Tauros hunt. That's a legendary thing though to pull off. Like you got the Chansey. I think I know you can do that, but yeah, it could obviously take some time and phases. But I give you credit for the chancy. That's commendable. I think it'd be so cool to see one, but just the feeling of losing that could be the chancy. Tauros looks incredible too. But anyway, I was just saying that my fault. I got sidetracked for a second. It's just like just having 3 games going at once. So I found, I've never done what I was saying is I got a random shiny Trico once in Emerald. It was literally the first Trico I found on the game. I didn't even save the game in front of Birch's bag because I wasn't even really planning on, I wasn't planning on going for a shiny, which is funny how it works out like that sometimes, And it could have easily been the Zigzagoon. So I'm just mind blown that happened. July 2014. But I've never hunted in Gen 1. But yeah, I did get all of the Gen 1 starters, obviously in firered LeafGreen. And I got all the Johto starters. I got definitely all the Hoenn starters. At least one of all of them, for sure. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's cool to just, just tell some of these stories out without thinking too much, about how to construct it into a video. So it's a different thing, but I'm starting to enjoy this. And then Gen 4, I wanted to get Turtwig. I did, I don't know, maybe 12,000 soft resets or something across Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Didn't get that or Starly or anything. Did get a full odds female Chimchar once in Platinum around, I want to say late 2014, but got a Piplup in under 300 or something. And then Gen 5, I got 3 Oshawott, 2 full odds, 1 Masuda method, 1 Snivy Masuda, 1 full odds, 1 Tepig Masuda. I never got a full odds one of that. Not that I'm open to different hunting methods and different odds too. Just about what I'm kind of feeling. I think I'm just about out. Yeah, 1 more Abra after this. Okay. So I guess, yeah, I have, over the years, I have gotten all the Gen 1 to 5 shiny starters. Yeah, this is definitely something I'm not too comfortable with live streaming, but it's, I'm getting there, trying to trying to get into this Poke Center. Okay. I don't know how many of them have Intimidate. Okay, just 1. So now I got it. Before the next Abra reset, I got it. I just center this here. Yeah, I gotta organize the boxes better, just to get outside my comfort zone. I'm not gonna check the summary of these ones, at least for the first box. I can clearly tell they're not shiny, or maybe there will be a shiny one. It's gonna take a little bit slowly though. Wow, okay, this was not I was not ready for this with the PC box setup. Speaking of Tauros, there's a Tauros here. Oh yeah, I got a lucky egg in this LeafGreen. That's why there's all these chances here. I was pretty lucky with how long it took. It didn't take that many chancy. So anyway, let's see what. That'd be a crazy experience to get a live shiny while live streaming. Obviously this is my first time streaming gaming. done one skateboarding stream before, so only my second time overall doing this live streaming. So you don't want to go too fast because I'm just a little bit worried that somehow I'd miss the blue, the blue border and star. It's like that classic, you know, you got. It's like I try not to blink, you know, when I'm scrolling through these because I don't want to blink and miss shiny. Well, there's that. I figure maybe a horde shiny could pop up too. Yeah, exactly. Got just like can't blink at all with that hunt. I feel like, at least while checking them. I'm getting a little indecisive about. I'm just feeling like, should I hunt something else? Should I hunt? I didn't even set out the boxes. Hold on a second. Yeah, I really appreciate anyone who just joined, and anyone else who was there before too. So let's see, I'm gonna go to this box and save. I got the shiny pincer for good luck, so jolly nature, which I'm psyched on that. Funny story about shiny pincer. So this one I have right now is a reclaim of. I found one. I want to say early. Yeah, dude, I agree. Shiny pincer is just. I know. I feel like I say this with a lot of shinies, but like, just in person, it's just so vivid and just incredible. And the thing was, with that one, it could have been live, but I was just like, I filmed myself by the pincer, but I didn't expect it to be in that batch, and I wasn't really planning on filming, so I didn't check them during the recording. So that was, yeah, it is what it is, though. I'm just happy I got it. The original one I found was only about 2 hours after an execute that I lost. So I lost an execute at about 2 a.m. And then in the Safari Zone, I was just so devastated. And like, I've gotten better with this, but back then it's like if I lost a shiny, it just would bother me so much. And I couldn't have it like end on a lost shiny, you know. So it's like I wanted to find one and then capture one to be for the most recent shiny I found. So anyway, I was up until 4 a.m. I do not stay up that late anymore, but I was up until then going for pincer, and I surprisingly got on the same game, which was, it was quite a roller coaster of emotions that night, or morning, should I say. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to be spamming A. Yeah, I'm always impressed when it's on finding two shinies on the same game, the same day. The only other time that happened to me was in Sapphire version. Just realized I'm not doing hordes. In Sapphire version, and somewhere around 2010, I found a Numel. I was dual hunting it in Ruby and Sapphire, and then found in Sapphire. The same day I found less than 200 total encounters later on that game, I found a Cacnea. Same game. It's just wild, like how close that was to 2 in a row. Or it was pretty close given the odds, you know. And since I saw mine and that reminded me, I might as well tell this story too. So I, you know, this was probably, I would say this was probably a crazier experience than that random Trico. I once found this one hurts a little bit to think that I don't have it, but you know, it's all right. I found a 5% venom moth over the summer and caught that, which I was so psyched on, you know, in the safari zone. But yeah, I once found maybe March 2009, I think I found a random shiny mine in Sapphire version. It was only about 2 hours into the game, and the thing is, mine is 2% in Sapphire, and it was the first mine in. Oh yeah, Venom Moth. I remember your. Yeah, that saga was rough to see that they just kept fleeing. But yet I found a random shiny mine in. Just wasn't hunting in Sapphire. The first mine I saw in that game was shiny, and it's a 2%. It's just mind blowing. 2 hours into the game, like but it's like I'm at the point now where I don't even. I'm much more open to reclaiming shinies in different ways, you know. So it's like I could hunt it in Ruby, for example, and I think it's 15% or something on that route, and that's then. I think mine is more common in Emerald, so I could probably use static and get that up to a decent encounter rate too. So, wow, dang, that's interesting. 4%. I didn't know. Oh, I know where you're talking about. It's not the Safari. It's the place below the Safari in Harkle Soul Silver. I think that's where it's 4%. Wow, that's wild. It just makes me think of the Safari when I hear 4% Tauros, you know. Even though I'm not too familiar with the Tauros encounter rates, I just know Chansey is, you know, normally 4%. Oh, Route 18, okay. Yeah, this is I'll say I'm enjoying this. I wanted to get outside my comfort zone. I thought it'd be fun to do this, and just thought it'd be like a community thing, you know, like you know, we can talk about hunts and talk about whatever. Between Ecritique and Olivine. Oh, okay. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I was not watching these scraggy appear, so I just gotta take a moment. Check. Wow, okay. Tauros can get up to 6.15%. That's pretty good. I think it's interesting that Chansey can go up to 5.33 also. Yeah. Oh, you just sent that comment right as I said that. That's funny. Yeah, I'll admit I made off well with the Safari Zone hunts this year, or I should say last year. I found that Venomoth before Safari Week and caught that, the 5%, which is the rarest shiny I currently own. And then I caught that Apum. That was adrenaline roller, whatever. It was just it was an experience. Wow. I didn't know Kangaskhan could go up to 8%. Is that like in addition to the Tauros, you know, in the same repel trick? The Tauros is 6.15, and then Kangaskhan is that. If so, that'd be, or maybe that's I don't know. I'm not too familiar with those. I'm just so used to the area hunting in I think it's area 3 in the Safari Zone. Oh yeah, maybe the Kangaskhan is the other different, like area 2 or something. I don't know. Yeah, the Safari Zone was interesting, and I found that I found that Venomoth when I was going for a lucky egg. So it was But it's like, you know, I was also hoping for a shiny, so it's like, it felt like a pretty random shiny still. I feel like I've just been nicknaming tons of these abras, just all A's. It'll be interesting to check the abra. You know, something I've wanted to do is get back into just old school tally sheets for shiny hunting, because I feel like just, you know, in the earlier days of shiny hunting for me, I always used, or most of the time I used notebooks. Now I just have a very rough tally sheet right now, but not like it's not as detailed or organized as I used to do them. I feel like it's cool to just see just have like a physical, like a visual of the progress. That's what I'm trying to say. So it just makes me feel better about the time that I put into it. Actually, I have no idea if I've been counting these horde encounters or Regice. I feel like I missed so many, to be honest. But yeah. Yeah, I'm curious if anyone knows why the using sweet scent in X and Y, sometimes it says the sweet scent failed or something. Because that was happening to me on this one route. I think it was route 10 or something. I don't know what it was exactly, maybe. It's the most recent. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the chat. Oh yeah, I have found something this year. Oh wow, that's cool. You can hunt all those safari things at once. Yeah, actually, I did find something this year. You know, I could actually give a preview of that, because I can see. It was actually the first shiny that I found. Well, it was the second shiny I found in the capture card. The first one that I actually got the reaction to. So you'll see. Actually, was not found in Pearl version, but I traded it over because I was EV training it, and then I got kind of stuck at how to finish EV training it, because I just did. I trained it in attack, and I'm thinking maybe I'll do HP. Just like there's this part of me that always wants to like EV train Pokemon as sweepers, you know, just go for speed and then either attack or special attack. So it's like, but I know speed is its worst stat, you know, at least this one that I caught. Yeah, this was from the Japanese Platinum, and I did RNG manipulate for the ID, but it's a full out shiny that I hunted. And what's crazy is that I don't think it's a regular Smeargle. Yeah, I mean that's a whole nother story of how that capture and that encounter went. But it was my fastest. The Giratina was my fastest Sinnoh soft reset hunt. It literally took 16 soft resets. Oh yeah, casual full ID, yeah. Yeah. It took I would say it took maybe about 4 hours to learn the process of that, and then like an hour of going for the full ID, like just 4 hours of getting used to the whole RNG, the ID RNG manipulation. Oh yeah, thank you. That was a really cool one to reclaim, because yeah, I found the original in April 2009. Like I Platinum came out, I got that, and then I I enjoyed playing through the game. I got to Giratina, and then I was stuck there for a bit. The original one took over 10,000, so it was. I can't believe how much faster the other one was. It was like that moment where I was hunting Regice and Emerald, and I just had this feeling like turn on Platinum and hunt Giratina, and like sure enough, yeah, I turned on the game and I think it was 11 soft. Yeah, it was 11 soft resets that night, and the shiny appeared, which is mind blowing. I'm glad that the abras are almost finished for this batch, so I can check those. Oh yeah, dude, the Cresselia. Like I feel like I picked up the camera right after that appeared. Actually, it's funny you should mention Cresselia. That's the only shiny I found in, where is it? Well, not this pearl specific. This is the newer one that I bought end of 2022. But the original one was also found in pearl, and this 10 shinies I found on here, and the only one I haven't really talked about too much yet is Cresselia, just because it felt like something special to say for maybe a different video. Like, yeah, I haven't. Thing is, it's just roamers. Yeah, I feel like they're just a whole different thing, and I felt like it deserved like its own thing. That was definitely the most excited I've been for a shiny, at least during this, what I'll call my second phase of hunting for the past few years. It's yeah, I literally just got up from the desk and was just walking around my room just in disbelief. Like I'm never like in that, like that, when a shiny appears. Normally it's just, I'm just sitting there and just, I'm shocked, but I'm just not like, yeah, it was just a whole different experience. I think that one took, I have to look at the exact total, but it was somewhere between 1,300 and 1,400 resets. And a few, maybe 500 or something like that before I found the shiny. I accidentally reset without checking one, which was, I was panicking. I'm just like, oh no, what if that was a shiny and all these, Probably wasn't though, because I got it so soon after. So we have okay, that's right, there's 5 in the party. Actually, let's just see if I can multitask right now. Had to go back because I feel like I wasn't looking at the screen. I just want to make sure I didn't miss a shiny. So many of them have nicknames. Also got the Regice hunt going here. That was kind of far away. There we go. Kind of want to do some training in LeafGreen. I think it's just nice to make some. I don't know why I just thought I saw a shiny. I went through all these first box. I feel like it's nice to make progress with the hunt, or make progress with training up Pokemon while hunting against random encounters. party. Oh, and if anyone's wondering, these are I skateboard, so those are some these they're like in the style of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater from this company that I think they went out of business. But I was psyched that I got it's called Survey SRVY. But I thought those were cool, and I just wanted to somehow make my stream more interesting. It's not. Sorry, having like tripod difficulties. Oh yeah, thank you, man. I'm glad I didn't open them because I haven't seen them online anywhere, and I think they're just like a really cool thing, you know, just the artwork on them, and I'm kind of partial to, or just the fact that I used to play the Tony Hawk video games a lot. I probably got into skating from that, you know, initially, or parks. Yeah, there's one. There were two, but one of them closed. So unfortunately, there's only one indoor skate park that's like, you know, there might be another one. I don't know if this one's still open. I've never been to this other one, but yeah, unfortunately, have not been skating much. I feel like what am I even doing right now in LeafGreen? But yeah, I have not been skating too much. But it was a lot of fun to do that in the fall, a little bit in the winter. It's always refreshing, and yeah, I feel like it just brings me to the present. Just clears my head, and yeah, got the venom moth. Oh, that's awesome about that park. Yeah, that is cool. It's free to enter too. You don't see that too often with indoor parks. At least I don't see it. Just debating what to do in LeafGreen. Honestly, if anyone has any suggestions, I'll gladly take them. I have all the islands unlocked too, the post game thing. So let's see. Okay. I just like training up Pokemon and getting pickup items. You know, it's just fun to collect the items, get the levels increased. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna bother with the staryu thing right now. Oh, hey, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I really appreciate you checking it out. It's my first time streaming gaming. Oh yeah, yeah, feel free to let me know what you're hunting too. Yeah, Tangela is another one that I have a history with like the earlier days of hunting for me. I want to say, yeah, late. I think I found one Christmas Eve, 2009, and I failed it because I was just so eager and just so excited about shiny hunting in those days that I just rushed into it sometimes. And I had a Kadabra, which has synchronized ability, so the Tangela used poison powder, and yeah, I think you know what happened from there. So I lost that, but then I was very dedicated after that, and I hunted for a week straight, averaging about 500 a day, and got it on, I think it was New Year's Eve, 2009. So that was a great feeling to reclaim that. I definitely learned a lesson from that, and from like the few shinies that I have failed. Just a lesson. I learned something from that. I'll just say, like the Groudon. I found a Groudon in Soul Silver, May 2011. Or no, it was Easter 2011. Wow, Sinjo Ruins Giratina. Wow, those are awesome targets. I hope you get that. I hope you get those soon. I mean, that's the way to go if you're doing the Sinjo Ruins, to do, obviously multiple games for that to speed it up. See those? I know that takes some time, but I always thought that was cool though. Just like the level 1 legendary, like that's just so cool. And I can't even imagine like getting a shiny one. That'd be like a whole nother. That'd be incredible. What was I saying? Also, Groudon. Yeah, I failed a shiny Groudon on Easter 2011. I didn't prepare very well for hunts back in the day. I was just so excited about hunting though, so to my credit, I guess. I did really enjoy it a lot. And I think I had like a Scyther at 59 or something. I want to say Groudon is 70 or something. It's been a while since I found that in Soul Silver, so I don't know. But basically, the Groudon used Struggle and fainted, so... And then I just went hard encountering for it in Ruby, or soft resetting in Ruby and Soul Silver. After that for, I want to say 3 weeks straight, and then I finally got it about like 16,000 later. 8,000 Ruby, 8,000 Soul Silver, but it's just... Yeah, those moments, though, are... I feel like I learned a lot from that. Just to take it a little bit more slowly before I start the hunt. Like the shiny Giratina I found in this. I found a shiny Giratina in this platinum. Actually 4 days ago. But for some reason, going into it, I'm talking about failing shiny, so I should really pay attention on it before I click run from these hordes. But going into that hunt, for some reason, I thought the 7th badge let Pokemon obey up to level 80. It turned out the 6th badge lets them obey up to level 60, and there's no bonus for the 7th badge in terms of how long the Pokemon obey, or up to a level. So it's like I had a level 77 Smeargle, which I didn't, and I it was a Japanese game, and I had the text turned off, so that didn't help. But it, I tried to use Foresight. Oh yeah, I took some time off from it, but I was hunting a lot back in the day, so yeah, I do have a lot of stories. Hopefully they're entertaining too. But yeah, 2020 is still like that's a good amount of time. Like 5 years of hunting. I've been hunting pretty consistently the past 2 years, but like 2015 to 2022, I wasn't really hunting. I was just, occasionally I played Pokemon Go, but it's not really the same. Mine just concerned me for a second. I was like, is that shiny? But yeah, the giratina thing. So when I was the Smeargle, I tried to use Foresight twice, and then I tried to use Foresight, and then I thought I was using Super Fang twice, and then the Smeargle fell asleep. Luckily, it didn't have anything that it could damage giratina with. So yeah, I learned my lesson without anything like that happening to the shiny. Luckily, because that was. I don't know why. For some reason, I'm not familiar with, I guess, the badge obedience stuff. Not too familiar with it. So unfortunately, I had to master ball it, but you know, it is what it is. Like I'm just glad I got it. I wonder if, for some reason, I feel like a shiny Regice could appear. Maybe a horde shiny. Yeah, I think this Eradicate has I taught it Thunder Wave from the one person who teaches Pokemon that in the game in the Silphco. So I'm just training this up so I can use it if I do want to hunt something like Ho-Oh or some legendary or something, like another legendary, like the birds or something. It would, I would just feel better if the Eradicate was like at a much higher level, to be honest. Yeah, I think Eradicate is a good catching strategy in firered LeafGreen if we're not including trading. So I only have this SP in terms of Game Boy Advance console, so. Oh yeah, so I do have a capture card. The thing is, I haven't, since I'm so new to this, I haven't really figured out how to like get this set up exactly how I want with, like with these two games, filming and then combine that with the capture card thing in OBS and then stream from there, which I do see a start streaming button in there, so yeah, it's something I'll definitely want to look into, because it's a very rough setup right now, but it's yeah. Luckily, if the Regice appears, I should get that. Though actually, now that you mentioned that, it's like being saved to Dropbox. But there's only 2 gigabytes of storage in that, so I should probably delete the Regice encounter clips. Oh, actually, do I have the? I could show the Giratina. I feel like I might as well give a preview of that Giratina appearing. Okay. Now this is a terrible filming the iPad screen, but hold on. This doesn't have the audio for my reaction, but I can at least show. Sorry, I'm just filming a screen right now, waiting for it to load. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that. I don't know why it's being difficult. But yeah, I think Giratina is just an amazing shiny. I just think it's so cool that that the Pokemon itself just appears from the sky like that. You know, it's the only one that I know that does that in any Pokemon game, honestly. So I could be wrong, but that's why I just think it's so unique. The shiny sprite looks amazing in my opinion too. Yeah, I don't know why that's. Yeah, I hope you get yours soon. It's yeah, that would definitely be a gem to have, especially like the Sinjo Ruins one. no. Speaking of that, I was talking about my cadaver getting poisoned. I just hit run without looking at them. Like, I gotta be careful with this. Okay, I feel like I'm so scattered right now. But yeah. That's not what I want. The SP on the red. It's probably except the. Luckily, this thing doesn't fit too well on the charger port, but it does work for. I can just don't have to worry about the cord reaching or anything. I can just use the USB, the power bank. So that's come in handy. Right now, technical difficulties are done. I wonder if, I believe the answer is yes. No, I was thinking about like hunting in the friend safaris. Just I haven't obviously beat the game yet. I have 6 badges, but I think you can still add people. I would assume it's not like a, yeah, it's not because then you play it offline. So I think. Even though I thought all this friend safari odds were the same, like they were boosted a lot, but I heard like some are like 1 in 500 something. I think it's 1 in 512, and then some of them are like 1 in 600 something, which I thought was interesting that they're not. Because I don't think they're all the same. I was trying to get that giratina thing to load the encounter, but it's just not cooperating for some reason. I think it is cool to have the capture card thing of that appearing, so it's like I can just rewatch it, the shiny appearing, you know. Actually, I'll just show this. There's, yeah. And then, see, I think it looks really good, but let's make sure these scraggy are non-shiny. I just wish the camera would not take so long to show all of them, you know. Sometimes it just takes its time with doing that. I remember finding a shiny Mareep in a horde in Y, and like I only saw like the edge of the sparkles. So it's like, wait, a shiny's on the screen, but I didn't see it. It was just kind of a funny experience. Like you only saw like the 3 Mareep, and then 2 of them were on the side, and one of them was a shiny one. So that was interesting. I thought the move Flying Press by Halucha was a really unique thing. You know, it's also a little confusing at times, but just the fact that it's a fighting and flying attack at the same time, I thought that was a cool thing. Also, just a random side note, the Sky Battle thing is in X and Y was like one person used a Carnivine, which is obviously not a flying type. Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Let's Play It. Yeah, I saw someone use one of the NPCs used a Carnivine, but then they wouldn't let me use Halucha. I'm just like, but Halucha is a flying and Carnivine's not flying. But anyway, I thought that was weird. Yeah, I'm curious what the encounter rate difference is of Gulpin versus Plusle / mine, and then scraggy. It seems like Gulpin is the most common. That'd be I just realized this is another opportunity to get that rare mine in, but I'm not. Yeah, not really set on anything specifically. Yeah, I thought that video was really well done, and really nice of you to make that. You know, I think it's probably about time I use a berry on this Eradicate. That would be TMs. No, that's not. Or wait, is it? No, that's how to use it. Oh yeah, I've been ignoring the pickup Meowth, so let's see if I can read what these items are. Actually, don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what those were, what those items were, but oh, come on. I hate when it's just like, please show me, thank you, just show me the rest of them. Yeah, Gulpin would be a reclaim for me, and it's the same generation, and just yeah, I always really liked shiny Gulpin. I think ideally I would find it in 3rd gen, but what am I doing? I'm out of moves with this. Yeah, I do plan on doing some friend safari hunting later. Yeah, it was cool seeing all the support in the comment section of that video. Actually, I think the Eradicate has the lucky egg. Yeah, it does. Okay. That's where it is. Ideally, though, the most efficient way to train something would be lucky egg and trade over to another game, but I just have this SP and I have a link cable, but I don't have a second Game Boy Advance yet, so it's gonna stay on it's gonna stay on LeafGreen for now. No, I fell asleep. Why? Okay. Now, which one wakes it up? Probably this one. See, I do like that in firered LeafGreen. You at least get the images for the items. because playing Ruby Sapphire in Japanese was tough at times. Well, at first, I got used to it and just, you know, I learned which items were which, but, you know, it took a while to learn just the pickup items and stuff, and even some other things I had to look up and write things down and all that. Actually, when I got back into console gaming, you know, I was just, besides Pokemon Go, I was only playing Pokemon Go before, and when I got back into the consoles, I played, I got a Japanese Sapphire and a DS Lite, actually. This one right here. And yeah, it was really cool to get back into it, and just to experience. There's something special about the handheld games. Like, you know, I've just played Pokemon games for so long, and it was just nice to be able to play them again. And yeah, the first shiny I found when I returned to playing those was a Wormhole and Pearl version, and the which actually I was psyched on, especially when I saw it it evolved into Cascoon, because a long time ago, like, I don't know, 2006 or something, like maybe even sooner or earlier than that, I had found a Cascoon and Ruby version randomly in Petalburg Woods when I like barely knew what shinies were. So, yeah, I just remember evolving that into Dustox, and I probably kept it at like level 10 in the PC, like the first slot in the PC. And I just, every time I went to heal my Pokemon, I usually would just check it out because I thought it was so cool. So that was a very nostalgic one to get. I should probably check these Meowths to see if they got any items. Really don't. I just feel like I'm not keeping track of these encounters accurately or the horde encounters in the Regice, but oh well. Yeah, I really do appreciate everyone stopping by the stream. Wow, it's been looks like about an hour and 40 minutes. I might do like another 20 minutes or something. We'll see. All right, character is stretching. It's time for me to do a horde encounter. Wow, less than 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I don't know what it is here, but it might be like 5 degrees or something like that. At least before the wind chill. It's I don't know that I like in the winter I haven't been doing this as much, but like when it's better weather, I usually just go in nature daily. Even if it's just like a light walk, sometimes more intense hiking, but yeah, in this weather, I tend to skip days, you know. It's just, sometimes it is nice though, even if I feel like I've been inside a lot, just to go for even a 5-minute walk, even if it's freezing. Preferably just not the wind too, you know, that can be a bit much. Yeah, it's nice just, I feel like even short walks just like clears my mind, you know, and just like, all right, I feel better now. I can, yeah, focus better and everything. Let me see if I can Wait the giratina encounter to load this time. I just want to give a preview of that show it appearing. Oh, here we go. Live shiny. Well, kind of. I already found it. Let's see. Oh, okay, here it is. Let's do the sound. Hold on. Yeah, that was one of those times where I feel like it was really beneficial, just, be intuitive with the hunting. I was just like, I feel drawn to this hunt. Let me just not question it. Let me just go for it. Let me just hunt that. And just 11 soft resets later. Which is just, yeah, that's not something that happens very often. I really do think Hoa would be such a cool thing to find at a 3rd gen, especially. Even I found 2 before in Gen. I think they were both in Heart Gold or whatever it was. I know one was Soul Silver. What? Yeah, they really are the best moments of hunting. Yeah, it's like sometimes you just don't expect it, and just a shiny just appears out of nowhere. And I mean, I kind of had a good feeling about it, but I didn't expect it that quickly. 1 second, I was just looking at the chat. What has been your most difficult hunts? My most difficult hunts. So in terms of, if I'm going to count something that I didn't complete, this one has honestly haunted me a bit. I mean, I've gotten better at letting go of things, but I still think about this occasionally. Mesprit in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I never actually found that. I still plan to find it. Maybe even in Brilliant Diamond, I might just, who knows, maybe hunt it in that game alongside a 4th gen game or something. I don't quite know if I would. I think it would still be extremely difficult to hunt in that game, even though the odds are double. Still a roamer. I think there might be some text too. But yeah, that one I did at least 20,000 for probably like 2010 to 2012 or something. Yes, I never found that, but that was like a draining one. And I think after I got to 20,000, then I went to Cresselia and then did around 10,000 or something. And then that's when I got that back in the day, the Cresselia. Wow, a random mess for that. That's amazing. My closest thing for me in terms of legendaries was I once found a Moltres on Platinum. I love the Platinum Sprite for Mesprit especially. I think it to me it seems a little bit more vibrant than the Diamond Pearl one, but I still think it'd be just amazing to get in Gen 4. Yeah, April 2009, I remember finding Moltres in firered, and it took like 3 to 5 soft resets. I kind of lost track right as it appeared because I was just so shocked. But that was unreal. I was watching TV and I looked down and saw that. So it's like you never really expect it to. It's like it can appear very quickly, but you never really, at least I don't really expect it that fast, Because then there's the other side. It could take much longer too. Luckily, in terms of other challenging hunts, this wasn't full odds, but I did a Masuda method for a scraggy back in the day. It's hard to say. I might have completed like 2012 or something, or somewhere. I don't know exactly, but it took, I think, 3,899 eggs. That comes to mind across probably 2 different games total. That's how many eggs. Yeah, just the egg hatching can be a little bit rough sometimes, but also it's, yeah, I have fun with like Gen 4 Masuda method, and haven't done, actually I haven't really, even 5 too, I haven't done any Masuda method hunts in anything above Gen 5, but I think it would be cool to try it. You know, just to do some of those hunts in the newer games too. It's just as long as it feels I don't know, I don't want it to feel too easy. Not that it would, but you know, it could still take it could take a long time. Yeah, I should return the Mesprit. You're right. I could. Yeah, I could combine that with the Cresselia video that I haven't. Yeah, I haven't talked about the Cresselia yet, but yeah, I feel like it's, as I've gotten older, I've thinking more about like just selecting the best of the best targets in terms of things that I really want to hunt. You know, things that I would be really psyched to get, not just like, you know. So I think it's just worth considering where I'm putting my time. Oh, Cresselia, yeah. I found Cresselia, it's been a while. Well, it's been a little bit. It was like May 2023, this in this Pearl version. I think it was like the 5th shiny or something on the file, but I haven't talked about that just because I felt like it, or I haven't really said too much about that because I thought it was worth its own video, or at least combining with Mesprit or something. But October 2023, that's awesome. Yeah, pretty much close to the same time. Yeah, exactly. And think about duplicates too. Like I do consider that more often too, and like how I can implement something like a repel trick or something, you know. And I do find this I'm just gonna show it right here, the Pokemon encounter calculator, super useful. Like even for I just want, if it'll load, just for showing, like, even it's cool that it shows like even, you know, like a 5% Rattata can split in, or it's normally, you know, there could be a 4% slot and then a 1% slot. It's just I like that right there. It's like, you know, 100% Magikarp, but there's actually differences in the levels and, you know, and all that. Yeah, I find that resource very, very useful. Yeah, the duplicate thing too. Yeah, it's like, how can I minimize duplicates? You know, like even maybe hatching for the shiny, or just hunting it in a different game or something than I originally planned on hunting it. I still have hope that maybe like a Gulpin or something will appear. I'm hoping, just because it's, you know, encountering 5 at once. I bet the Meowth have something. Oh, you found a lot of duplicates. What was it? What was there one that you found more than any of the others? I'm curious. Let's see, what did I find? Actually, I can tell you guys what I found last year. In terms of, I mean, I found some. I don't really like keep too good of records with some of like the newer games, and there's tons of increased odds, and some of it feels like it was just too easy at times. So, oh yeah, Roamer Hunt would be awesome. Sorry, this is like it's not very visual yet. Oh, so last year I found Totodile, Japanese Heart Gold, Piplup. That was Masuda Method in Diamond. Heatran, Alpha Sapphire. I found Whismer. Actually, I could do a better visual, sorry. These are some, these are like throwback shinies. So I don't have too many. I have some photos, not too many videos of older shinies I found. But here is, looks like the third Abra. It was a random encounter in Soul Silver. Had to Master Bullet. I guess I was just not too ready. What is this? It's like a rough, terrible quality video probably of, oh yeah, showing, I think it was the Azelf Sparkles, yeah. Or no, the capture, okay. There's Shiny Azelf. Here's, you can see some of the tally sheets I used to do. Yeah, sorry, this is like filming, already filming the screen of a low quality video, so I'm just gonna like scrub through this fast. Oh, lots of Weedle and Bidoof. Wow, yeah. Oh, there we go. There's Chinese Elf. These are just some old shinies I found a while ago. What is this? Oh, apparently I had a female Bulbasaur. So that's a little... I do wish I still had that, but I had a female Chimchar too, apparently. I didn't know that. The Bulbasaur took me by surprise that that was female. I found a lot of Cyndaquil. Darumaka, that was from a white version badge quest I did. This was one of the first few shinies I found. Like, what? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. This one, I do wish I still had, but you know, it is what it is. Like I've really rebuilt the shiny collection since then. Like since, you know, the past few years, I don't really, it doesn't bother me that much anymore, and I can always hunt things again. But like it took 815 resets, so 1630 legendary beasts, seen, or cats, whatever they're called. This was from, I found a Masuda Method Phoebus and evolved it. Speaking of that, Shaman, there was the Oaks Letter Wi-Fi event. That was Masuda Method in black version. Just evolved it. Also Masuda Method. Some Marowak back there. That might have been the soft reset one. Can't tell. Palkia Platinum. I think that was like 10% or something, maybe. That Platinum was not very lucky, or in terms of just how long it took to find shinies. I found 2 Pitos. I think that's just, yeah, it's a repeat photo probably. Random Whirlipede while training. Entei. Oh, so yeah, basically I sold a lot of games in the past when I felt like I was playing video games too much, and then like I moved away from shiny hunting. I was just like, oh, I gotta sell everything. So yeah, I don't have any of these old games or consoles or shinies, but it's I've reclaimed a good number though. I was in Heart Gold. That was one of the event, like the Wi-Fi event in Heart Gold, or no, I think it was Soul Silver. Actually, I found this while hunting Mesprit because I wanted something a little bit more relaxed, just easier to do on the side. So looks like it's just repeating. Oh, I'll say this was like my 50th one, 8192 shiny. I feel like I titled it that or something, the video. I don't know, but Perugly with the Pokeradar, Rotom. That was from Badge Quest. That one took over 14,000 resets. That was a tough one. first Gen 5 shiny for me. Sorry, I don't know why they're not loading larger. This was Masuda Method, the first Gen 5 Masuda Method for me. Okay, this is terrible quality, so I don't know if it's even worth waiting for it to load. Weedle. I found a few random Weedle. Oh, that's just PokeRadar, I think. But so that's all I have for that. But then one more thing about these are ones I've reclaimed. Not as these are the old photos, but like I've reclaimed. Yeah, Giratina, Piplup, Groudon, Dialga, Cascoon, Tentacool, Totodile. Yeah. So it's like, even though I don't have a lot of shinies that I used to have, it's the way I see it, at least I have a lot. I found like over 40, most full odds, some Masuda Method. And there's Meltan and Pokemon Go, which is the only reason I kind of count that in that list, is because it's like there's no way for me to get it with any better odds, you know, for that Pokemon specifically. Yeah, actually, it is cool to see those old photos and videos, because each one has like a certain story behind it, and a certain memory attached to it. Now I'm gonna actually. Oh, there's my stylus. I know this is a very rough stream layout, so I just wanted to just start without getting everything like, you know. Okay, well, now I have to heal that, but I'm trying to think of what other difficult hunts there were that I did. I feel like it's sometimes it just feels like a more difficult hunt if I'm hunting it on less games, you know. Like I remember doing a Charmander hunt in firered LeafGreen. I did like I think 8,000 plus in LeafGreen itself, and I was very new to hunting, so like doing that on a single game felt like a ton. And then I did 1,000 more on that, 1,000 on firered, and found it on firered. Yeah, it is interesting that, like, yeah, sometimes that one game you add to the mix with hunting can be the game that it appears on, and who knows how much time that could save. But also, it's like, you know, I want to be comfortable when hunting too. I don't want to be like, you know, playing like 10 games at once or something. Which, hey, I mean, if it works for someone, go for it. And of course, the like the GameCube setup too can make it much easier for multiple games. Test out. Actually, I haven't tried roamers in Gen 3. I'll admit I got a little bit discouraged on that, just because I couldn't like. I like that in not discouraged. I never really tried it, but like it just seemed like a bit much. Just because at least in Heart Gold Soul Silver, I felt like I could see the. You know, I could see it on the what was it, like on the map. I think I don't know, maybe I did. You do have to open the Pokegear. So I guess you do still have to open a menu. I don't know what I'm really saying about that, but it just seemed more difficult in Gen 3 to me. But I think it definitely would be an experience. Because I've only found, let's see, I found 3 shiny roamers. Entei, and Soul Silver. And then 2 Cresselia Pearl. Fire and Leaf Green. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I think that would be... I have to learn more about, like, how to hunt those, you know, like what the different methods are that people use. Because I know sometimes there's, like, you know, someone might discover something and maybe a more efficient route or something. But I know some people have definitely done some hunts in there, so there's a lot to go off of. If I did find a roamer, I would, yeah. Full odds egg. No, actually I haven't. That is something I have wanted to do for a while. Like especially maybe Emerald. I did do some, you know, like 12 years ago or something, 13, whatever it was. Hatched some Azurill, mostly I think across 2 emeralds, like doing maybe 1,000 or something like that. But hatched some Mudkip and Emerald before a while ago. Yeah, I think that would be a really cool experience though to get a full odds egg shiny. Like that's, I don't know, that's I think part of me was like, oh, would I see my Masuda method shinies differently? So I'm like, oh, I don't want to, you know, but at the same time, it's like it's like you can soft reset for Suicune, and you can also hunt as a roamer. It's like, it doesn't mean I have to see the other ones as less valuable or whatever, you know, they all have, you know, different stories behind them and everything and different things. Oh, that your profile photo is your only egg hunt. Hey, well, that's a super impressive one, though, I gotta say. Wow, yeah, that's really cool. That's a Gen 2 one, too. Or, sorry, not Gen 2. Is it, you know, a Gen 2 Pokemon, but not, yeah. I was thinking of, I saw someone do a Togepi hunt in Gen 2, also. Yeah, that's I'm thinking more about, yeah, just a select few hunts. Like, how can I do, like, some really impactful hunts that I really would, things that might be more difficult, but would be very rewarding to find. Mr. Pokemon's Togepi. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I don't know what game I would do. I think maybe Emerald or maybe Gen 4 would be interesting, too, for a full odds egg hunt. Oh, yeah, there's the Togepi from Cynthia. Togepi and Platinum. Yeah. I think someone hunted the one in the firered LeafGreen one, too, I believe. Like, I know you get one on one of those islands. We got the Japanese heart gold here, too. I was no bike for it. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I couldn't. I think that's too much for me, to be honest. Just like the full odds egg hunt sounds difficult enough. But yeah, I give credit to anyone who did that. Yeah, I was collecting love balls on here because I was doing a little bit of resetting for Moltres, and I thought it'd be cool to get that in a love ball. Oh, you said it's very tedious. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, I remember that. I was trying to think of what this item is. Huh. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what. Just thinking of what I would want to hunt for an egg target. If I did do that, it would have to be something like, I don't know, like Charmander and Emerald sounds really cool, or something like that. Some egg moves or something. Oh, Zorua is a cool one, yeah. I thought that looked incredible when I got that a while ago. That was Pseudo Method Gen 5. I think there's, I would imagine that an egg hunt, a full odds egg hunt feels similar to a roamer. It's just like, it could be extremely challenging, but also very rewarding too. Like there's just something about, just finding a shiny roamer. It's like, just all that effort to track it down, but it's like also I feel like part of that can make it more interesting. At least like each soft reset to me, with Cresselia, when I found that almost 2 years ago, I was like, had like a kind of like a spreadsheet thing of like how for part of the resets, like I was keeping track of how many I could get per hour, because I found that interesting, like how it could vary. Rogue in Gen 3. Oh wow, yeah, shiny Hitmontop, that'd be a cool one. Yeah, exactly. It's like the journey, and it's interesting that like even if it is, I just find it fascinating though. The reason I'm open to different types of odds too at times is because like, if it's like someone could do a full odds egg hunt and could take 100 eggs, but someone could hatch 5,000 eggs for a Masuda shiny, and it's like, I don't know, they're both interesting to me. It's like one case it's like someone's getting extremely lucky, but they're not trying to increase the odds. The other time it's like they put in a lot more effort, but it is increased odds still. So it's like, but it just took a lot more time and effort. But it's like also, it's fascinating how that works. The luck factor, but then it's also obviously about staying consistent with it, or just staying determined, because sometimes the luck doesn't come through for some time. And I feel like there's something I was going to say too. Yeah, exactly. It is like the journey. I feel like that's, I'm just learning to appreciate the process of finding them, because most of the time it's not going to be, most of my time hunting is going to be spent hunting for the shinies, not finding and capturing them. So it's like I might as well enjoy that process as best I can. Actually, the Eradicate is making good progress with training that up. Might even just go to 100, who knows. Which is actually a good analogy for other things in life too, just enjoying the journey, which is, it's sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do, but it's definitely worth practicing. It's valuable. Yeah. The L button is not working on this. It's the R button. Yeah, the L button is not the greatest on this console, but hey, I'm not complaining. It was like $60 or something for a Bright Model SP. So, I definitely that guy like had some serious deals. Like, so I got the capture card. So I can read the characters for this, the hiragana and katakana, not kanji, which is, there's a lot more symbols for that. I can read it, but I don't know many words, to be honest, so it doesn't really help. But sometimes I do, I'm trying to think of when it does help. So like if, actually it doesn't, honestly, I don't know too many words right now, but I was studying it a lot about 2 years ago when I was getting into, I was playing the Japanese Sapphire, and I think it would be really interesting to learn more of it. It's like I know some of it. I recognize some of the patterns. It's like, or that actually, never mind. I was about to say something. I was incorrect. It's not what I thought it. Okay. Yeah, it said. Yeah, Tangela's name was on the second line. I just realized. Yeah, obviously, I still have a lot to learn with that. But it's I find it pretty, like, relatively easy to play Japanese Pokemon games, though. It's like, it's just being familiar with Pokemon games, I can tell like when they learn a new move, I can usually tell what it is, unless it's Gen 6 or up. Like then it gets a little bit more not as familiar with those games, so I probably would not do well playing them in Japanese, to be honest. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually I do have a lot of Japanese games. And that was yeah, just for like, you know, Gen 3 and then Heart Gold Soul Silver and Black 2 White 2, like they're all just such a vast price difference between the English and Japanese ones. So it's like, yeah, if I was going to rebuild my game collection, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be buying a good number of Japanese ones, to be honest. Because like Emerald, to give an example, it's like honestly, ideally I would have, I think it'd be cool to have multiple languages of every game, to be honest. But yeah, like Emerald is what I think I bought the Japanese one for maybe $50 or something, but like the English sells for like 200. So it is yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate that I like sold a ton of games back in the day, but there's nothing I can. Yeah, the price is what it is now. I can't really do anything about that. Yeah, I find it interesting to hunt things that are like a single, like a 100% target, like Tangela, for example, because it's like, besides the level changing, like the only thing that can really change about the encounter is the shininess. So I just find that interesting that it's just so consistent, with the encounters, and then you're just waiting for that one, just waiting for the color difference. There's no Pokemon change, obviously. Yeah, I am hopeful that that X will deliver with a horde shiny at some point. Oh no. Okay, good. Only one has Intimidate. Yeah, there's some other horde encounter I encountered before where it's like a ton of them had some ability or something. Oh, maybe it was Trace. Oh, we just got rare candy in LeafGreen. I think is that a super repel? No. Yeah, I don't know what the other item was, but I did get a rare candy, luckily. Yeah, these are, yeah, I don't have the shiny Charmin X. Oh yeah, that's cool about training the shiny Nidoqueen, finding that. Yeah, yeah, I find that interesting too, just thinking like, oh, I'm going to train up this shiny and like, let's see, do I think I'm going to find a shiny before it gets to 100 or not, Actually, now that you mentioned that, I haven't trained up the, what do you call it, the shiny Venomoth or Pinsir yet. I haven't even, raised those at all because, I like to EV train the shinies, and like, it's just obviously more difficult in LeafGreen, so I haven't really undertaken that yet. But just writing down these encounters here for the Tangela. Yeah, but now that you mention it, I think it would be cool to train up the shinies I found on here, because it's just in the past I used to always keep or a lot of the time I would keep shinies in the box. It's like, oh, I find it, okay, that's cool. Then like I enjoy it for a little bit maybe, but then it's like most of the time it would just be sitting in the box, and like I wouldn't really train a lot of them. And yeah, I feel like it's worth, at least for me, like I enjoy just, you know, sending into battle a ton and training it and just appreciating it, you know, that I found that. And then just getting to enjoy the shiny, because after all, some of them can take a lot of time and effort. Even if they don't, it's still cool to see them in battle. Oh yeah. I'm the same way. Like I didn't used to. Well, at least in the earlier days of my shiny hunting, I call it like my first phase of hunting. You know, I want to say maybe late 2007 when I got into the Poke Radar, and then I'd say maybe around the middle of 2015 is where I pretty much stopped, and then hunting maybe like on rare occasions here and there since. But anyway, what I was going to say is that in those earlier days, I rarely trained anything, because I was just like, oh, it's not efficient, or it's not as efficient to be defeating them. You know, I could just run, but I think there's a lot more to it than that. Because to me, it's like it can be efficient to do something that motivates me with the hunt, you know, and I feel more motivated if I can see the progress happening more, which of course it's not, you know, there's not too much you can do with soft reset hunts, but except for maybe like a tally sheet, like I mentioned, I think it's really worth training stuff, and it's just, it's more interesting, and like I might as well take advantage of that, you know. When it comes to wild encounters, I just got I wonder how many hidden power TMs I have now. Let's see. I have 13 of them. Wow. Yeah, I think it's and even to train non-shiny Pokemon too. I think I do want to do that more, just to raise like a Pokemon I think is cool. Right now I'm just raising Eradicate for catching purposes, you know, so I can be ready for if I want to hunt something like a soft reset target in this LeafGreen. Yeah, actually, I think that would be an interesting thing to be able to do, like, I'm thinking about like Zapdos or something, you know, I could do runaways with that while doing runaways with Regice. It'd be kind of cool to, do both of those or something. Actually, this would be the first shiny on this X. And here's all the party except the Masquerain. Obviously, I was not playing through the game with. I was happy with that ID number. It helped me like commit to the file, because I was just like, I really like how that looks. And nothing. I didn't go for any. I didn't really pay attention to natures for that team, because I was just like, I can always breed for better natures later. Yeah, that's I can't believe they closed or they turned off the 3DS service, 3DS Wi-Fi services. Actually, I remember the last day that it was online, I tried out the GTS and or whatever it's, like the trading player search system, I guess. In there, so I was like, well, it's about to close. I better start this X file and do that. How I found Zapdos? I found not recently. I used to have one from a firered version. I think I was dual hunting that in 2 firereds. And I was before I knew about that runaway method too, from that, which is interesting. That I guess I wonder if that's the only legendary. Or maybe you can do it with Moltres and Articuno. It's just not as efficient time-wise as soft resetting. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Zapdos was it's another one of those that's like, you know, I didn't expect it to look very different, but it's like I could still tell even when it was in the shadows, I feel like. Oh, it is possible with the other ones, yeah. I guess it just makes the most sense with Zapdos because the exit is right there, yeah. Yeah, and then there's like Deoxys and Emerald. You can do the runaway method, but it's like, I want to say I timed it and it was like a minute. So it's like, yeah, and it obviously takes like some active attention because you gotta like solve that puzzle each time. I still do think that would be a really cool one though, like a shiny Deoxys and Emerald version. Still hopeful. Come on, let's see if a shiny appears. I'm still doing the Regice too. This game. Emerald version. Then we got Japanese LeafGreen and X here. We got a lot of Meowth items. I'm not too familiar with the firered LeafGreen pickup items, to be honest. Let's change the border to, yeah, I'm curious if you guys ever do this where you change the border to match like the shiny target you're going for. I find it interesting sometimes. Might as well try to get the colors aligned on that. See if it obviously doesn't affect anything. But yeah, just get that green color there. What other games have I been playing? So I just resumed playing through X a little bit recently. I do plan to beat that soon, just to finish the game because I've never beaten X or Y. And then I was, I haven't been playing a ton recently. Just playing like Pokemon Go here and there, and then just collecting the love balls in here and doing some Moltres resets. I was doing that the other day, and doing Tangela and Regice and Emerald, mainly those. Wow, this is making me nervous when I hit run sometimes on these hordes. Mystery Dungeon Rescue. Oh, I never played the Mystery Dungeon games. I'm curious if you guys have and what you think of them, because I played Pokemon Ranger, the original one for the DS, last year, and the thing is though, like I bought the Japanese one. It wasn't like that much of a price. Well, actually, I mean it was pretty cheap. It was like complete in box for like $12 or something. I did not expect that. The English one is still not that. It's not that pricey, to be honest, but. Oh, you played back in 2006. Wow. Pokemon Ranger, I think, yeah. But yeah, I played that last year, and so when I bought the Japanese one, I didn't realize that you can't get the Manaphy egg in that one. So, well, apparently, actually, I don't know what that is. But not hunting. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure what that is. Is that like I'm actually unfamiliar with that. But yeah, I played the Japanese one, not knowing that I couldn't get the Ranger or the Manaphy from it. Like apparently you need some like special Game Boy Advanced distribution cartridge or something, which I don't know if it's even possible to get that anymore. If it is, it must be very obscure, because apparently that's what distributed the event for the Japanese Ranger. I didn't think there could be a difference. I didn't expect there to be a difference, so I didn't really look into it beforehand. And then I played through the whole game from scratch, and like, that was a rough one for just like all the, constant circles. I do like the music in that game. Is just, yeah, that game was frustrating, to be honest. I was so I was happy to finish it, but then I realized I couldn't get Manaphy, and that was pretty devastating. Luckily, I did buy. Yeah, I did beat the whole game. But I did buy an English one pretty soon after I realized that, and I think they had like they were very close to beating the game. Like they were like maybe 75% of the way through the game or something. So as much as I usually prefer to do things myself, in that case I was just not in the mood to play through that game again. So I just continued where they left off and beat the game from there and got the Manaphy. And did I think I received it already in my Pearl. But yeah, that was just. Yeah, that was a tough game. It was tough to beat the final boss again. Like that game is pretty difficult, honestly. At least I'm used to. Obviously, the more like main series Pokemon games. So where it's like you can just, if you're having trouble against a gym leader or the Elite Four, you can just level grind, and then solve that or trade over Pokemon or whatever. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know about that game. Yeah, I've never heard of that, actually. That's cool. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I don't play new games, so I'm gonna. Yeah, I want to expand and play other games too. I still plan to, like, just like as a. I feel like shiny hunting can sometimes take up a lot of time, but it's like a good thing though. I do enjoy it. But I want to at least finish every main series Pokemon game. And, if there's like a pair of games, like just at least one of those two. Because I don't have any. I don't have any Gen 1 or 2 Pokemon games right now. Oh, okay. No, I actually don't have Sword or Shield. I do have Legends Arceus, Let's Go Pikachu, Violet, and Brilliant Diamond. I was holding off on buying Sword and Shield because I haven't beat Legends Arceus yet. So yeah, I've heard great things about Sword and Shield. Definitely plan to play that. Come on, shiny Gulpin or something. It's fine if not, but it would be cool to find something. Yeah, actually, in terms of Switch games, I did get the shiny charm in Let's Go Pikachu, and it just it just felt too easy after that. Like some of the time before then it did, but sometimes the hunts took a while. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Well, I only did, I want to say, 3 full odds hunts in Let's Go Pikachu, and I failed the first 2 Slowpoke. Taking fishing mechanic out of the games. Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, I wish they had kept the fishing, honestly. Yeah, I gotta say, maybe it was just nostalgia, but because just going back to the Sinnoh, but I definitely enjoyed Brilliant Diamond. Well, I mean, there were aspects of, I was gonna say I enjoyed it more than Scarlet Violet, but I guess there are pros and cons to each, but things I enjoy and don't enjoy about them. Yeah, I remember doing the chain fishing in X and Y a while ago. I found like tons of shinies with that. I mean, it does make them more accessible at least. And at least there's, with a little bit of effort, you can make it full odds still. Hey, the night's going pretty well. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, this is it's a fun experience because I've never streamed gaming before, so I thought I would just do something that's just like in the moment, as opposed to editing and everything. I feel like the night's been pretty good. How about yours? But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think all the games seem to age well. Yeah. Yeah, the first Pokemon game I just keep using the same move that's out. The first Pokemon game I played was Blue version. I remember my cousin showed it to me, and he let me play it for a bit. I was just like, I was so into it from the start. I just thought it was so cool. And this was back in like, probably soon after the game came out, maybe like 2 months or something. I don't know exactly, but. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, the Soul Silver Stars, that's always a fun one. Yeah, part of me was wishing I had another Heart Gold or Soul Silver. Or like, I just don't really want to restart it right now, but I have this right here. Because it's I always enjoy those, just the kind of the starter roulette where you don't know which one's going to appear, and it's and they go by so quick. Power plant. Oh, that's a cool one. Yeah, I think badge quests are special because it's like, well, not all. Some people use multiple games. I think I'd be open to that too. Maybe I think like using 2 games or something sounds fun, just to, make it go by a little bit faster. But yeah, I think it's really cool to just commit to, finding shiny before each badge. It's like I've only done that. I want to say 1 time. Torchic and Ruby. Oh, that's a great one. Torchic and Ruby version. I remember. Did I find? I found Torchic and Sapphire like a while ago. I think it'd be Ruby version. Eternal Forest and BDSP. Oh, yeah. Dude, I was hunting in I was doing some BDSP Eternal Forest encounters too, but that was not too recently. I think that would be cool to get to experience a double battle shiny in that generation. Is there a certain starter Johto Star you're hoping for, and or a certain Eternal Forest shiny? Oh yeah, I have heard of the have heard of that. Wow, yeah, that's a lot for that. No, why did I just go? I just went back into the same house. Yeah, well, hopefully you guys, anyone who's hunting gets the shiny they want soon, or at least something that they want. Yeah, I think Totodile is a great one. I was happy to get that last year. I've only found 1 Chikorita. I found a few Cyndaquil for sure. Yeah, I think that would be interesting. Participate in events outside of Safari Week. Oh wow, so yeah, it's been like that where you find 1 shiny quickly, and then it's just I've been there. The next one takes a while. In terms of events outside of Safari Week, to be honest, most of the time I would just find out about them after they were finished. But I guess I could look back and see like when they were the previous year, you know. I just didn't know like, you know, when some of them were upcoming. But I would assume it's like a consistent date for them, like Fossil Week and for like Legends Week, and I know there's Egg Month too. That'd be cool to do. Which I want to say is probably April. Oh yeah. Did you find any uncatchable Puchianas yet? Hopefully not. Yeah, I've never completed a full odds egg hunt. Roamer week in February, interesting. Man, I feel like it should be Roamer month, honestly. Yeah, no, I'll send energy for you to get a Torchic. No Puchianas. Yeah, I feel like Roamer month would be a good thing, just because yeah, some of them can take some time. Yeah, that'd be cool. Participating in it regardless. Yeah, actually, I've been thinking about at some point doing a Torchic. It could take years, exactly. Yeah, I got lucky with the Cresselia. Something I like. I was thinking about with the Pro version that the Cresselia hunt is like. I'd probably seen like 5,000 or so non-shinies for various targets before I switched to Cresselia. So like as the other targets like started to take longer and I wasn't finding anything, I was like, you know, maybe I should just go to a roamer now, because it's been some time since the last shiny in this file. So if I were to find something, my first choice would be a roamer. So that's what I would do sometimes with the roamer hunts. I'm just doing Tangela and LeafGreen, and then hoping for Gulpin. Probably most here is scraggy would be cool, or probably behind that mine actually probably second choice. But anyway, then doing Regice on this. Once again on this capture card. There's I'm recording that separately. Actually, I should probably stop the recording again, just because I have limited space with that. I want to make sure I get that if it does appear. But yeah, I think I always like the Hoenn starters, even though there's the uncatchable factor. It's like they go by so fast. Yeah, scraggy would be a really. Sorry about the camera. Tripod is moving too much right now. But yeah, I think scraggy would be cool. I'd be curious to see how it looks in Gen 6. I think that the Hoenn starters, those ones are special for me because it's the first completed full odds hunt I did was the Trico and Sapphire. And then I did Mudkip after that. I found 2 uncatchable Puchianas, and then I found Mudkip, and then I found I think I found 1 before Torchic. But I've also found some of them without any. But I just like that they're so fast. You can get like 3 a minute. And I enjoy Gen 3 games too. Oh, that's awesome about you really can't beat the Gen 3 and 4 sprites. Even Gen 5 too. I just like, before that transition to the 3D model ones. And then about the badge quest. That's really cool about a badge quest in there. I found a Mudkip in Alpha Sapphire, but did I do a badge quest? No, I didn't. I hunted a few shinies though. I got like Baltoy and Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon was from a horde. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear about that, losing the Trico. Yeah, hopefully it, if you were to hunt that again, it would appear very quickly as, like, yeah, as compensation for that. Like, I found a Trico. When was it? I guess over a year ago or so, but it took like close to 3,000 in across Ruby and Sapphire. I guess I'm going for Tangela in here, but I'm also training the Eradicate just to make it, so I have more progress at the end of the day too. There's just something else progresses. It's nice to do that and just have the 100% 100% Tangela encounter rate. I gotta find a berry. Wow, these are interesting looking ones. Huh. Some of these I'm not very familiar with. 43 orange berries. Okay. Just waiting to see. Okay. No shiny Gulpin. Wow, hey, that's good progress though. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. Oh, that's cool. It's like it worked out with you finding the live stream. Yeah, actually, I said this like earlier in the stream, but yeah, the only time I've streamed before this was a skateboarding thing very briefly. Not on this channel, but yeah, I found it interesting though that sometimes I would use sweet scent and like it wouldn't give a horde. It would say like the sweet scent failed for some reason or something like that, but it seems to be working every time on this route. It was just like specific routes or something. I don't know what it was about it, but like sometimes it was working and sometimes it wasn't. I thought that was, I don't know the reasoning behind that, but hey, well, I appreciate you subscribing. Sorry, the chat is like, or the messages disappear. Just friends. Yeah, actually, I don't have anyone, at least that I see consistently or that, like very often, who shiny hunts either. So I completely get that. Yeah, same thing about Pokemon games. Yeah, I'm glad that you like that. Being able to, it's nice to, it's nice to have someone to talk about, just a community with it. Not sure if Oh yeah, so that's yeah, the old channel. Yeah, I was just like not very into Pokemon games at the time, or even just video games in general. I was just very into skateboarding, and just like I kind of just wanted to like go completely away from it. And yeah, I was trying to change too many things in my life at once, basically. Like, yeah. I'll say more on that in a second. I'm just reading the chat too. Wait. Oh yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, single player games. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I feel like sometimes I was just, the interests just shift and you're pulled in different directions. And like, yeah, I've learned that it's best to, I was just, going through some things honestly. And like, I was just like, oh, I have to make these huge changes. And like, I feel like a lot of the time that, at least for me, that's like led to, it just hasn't worked out. I'll just say, like, because there's like this reaction to like making those huge changes. Like, it's just too much at once. I think it has been fun to try this, because it's like, I feel like the editing has slowed me down with uploading videos. Oh yeah, that is cool to see that they've been uploading too. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, what was I gonna say? So, yeah, about the editing, I was just like thinking of ways to make it easier, because sometimes it was just a lot of effort and a lot of time to like come up with all the clips to match the voiceovers. It's like I would have all the things I want to say ready, but it would just take a lot of time to get all of the matching footage, and just like film everything and put it all together and line it up and everything. And which is part of why I've been exploring other editing software too, like instead of iMovie, because it was just giving me issues just with lining up the audio correctly. So that's why I was trying Premiere Pro, even though I'm not a fan of subscriptions, but it saves me a ton of frustration. Like, it could definitely be worth it. Yeah, that would be far outside the comfort zone, but it's not something that, it's something that has crossed my mind. I will say that. Yeah, I haven't. I know. I saw some comments here and there from them on my videos, so I know they've at least seen some of them, which is cool. I appreciate their support. I appreciate everyone else's too. Yeah, IRLs are always fun. Yeah, the comfort zone thing, I feel like that's something I encounter daily, just like, just walking that line of like, how do I get outside my comfort zone, but like do it in a way that's like manageable. It's like, it's also good to just really do something that's different too, also, you know. wasn't even recording the Regice. That's not good. But yeah, I do want to expand just things I do also. You know, just in the past I still get very pulled into Pokemon stuff sometimes. But, you know, just like doing a variety of things. I did not see if any of these were shiny. Yeah, that's why I took some time off of skateboarding, but I got back into that in the fall, and like that was really refreshing and fun to do that, just to have like something else that I really enjoy too. You know, and going in nature in addition to gaming. But yeah, like in the winter, it's definitely hard. Yeah, I feel like skateboarding does help me with that, because it's like outside my comfort zone. Like socially, it helps with that. Just, you know, talking to people at the skate park, just having that common interest there, you know. I feel like it's a good way to break the ice and just talk about the trick at first, and then other things. I'm not paying attention. Okay, to the Gulpin horse. Got Gulpin in 12 decks now. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll admit I'm not too familiar with the deck nav hunting, but I believe it's like there's a way for it to be full odds, and then also not, you know, if you reset the game, I think you can make it full odds. That, and just keep doing that. Yeah, that is really quick. Oh yeah, and in terms of skateboarding, I feel like that's really helpful, because it's so I need to get some water. It's so challenging, but it's also it's like it brings me right into the present, but it's also it's like I have to be alert with what I'm doing. It's like a good way to like calculated progression comes to mind. It's like I just think of something that feels doable, but that's like maybe a little bit of a stretch, you know. And I'm just like, it is just like it takes a lot of mental focus, you know, because like I need to be focused as I'm rolling up to do this trick. Oh yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, I'm impressed by some of the hunts I see people doing with like a lot of systems at once. I mean, I have 3 right now, but nothing is really too like intensive in terms of the focus it takes. But like I was doing some Kyogre runaways in Emerald, and like it was hard for me to do that alongside other hunts, just because you had to follow like such a precise path with, you know, doing those runaways for that. With Regice, it's much easier. You just, you know, go in and out of the room, so that's what I like about that. Yeah, I do want to expand though and play other games outside of Pokemon too. It's just, I just find myself continually getting drawn to Pokemon games too. Oh yeah, the Absol IRL video. Wow, that was incredible. There were people with a lot of systems going at once with sometimes. That was a cool video to see. Yeah, no, I get that about about switching to less. Like sometimes I'm not as worried about like hunting on as many as possible at once. You know, it's fine if I'm not using some of my console. Oh my God, 70! Wow. Yeah, that's wild. Wow, that's cool. But yeah, I'm not. I like to hunt on usually more than one, but like sometimes I'm fine with two. You know. Actually, when I got back into shiny hunting, I was doing a dark-eye hunt. I started December of 2022 and finished it 2 months after that. But I was just doing a single dark-eye. That was it was fun, but sometimes it was tough to like stay motivated because I was like, I have to rely on this single game to produce the shiny. Oh, dude, yeah, no, I get that. 'Cause like, yeah, I've been like putting off buying another Game Boy Advance. I do think it would be it'd be worth it because I could finally trade, and I feel like just free up that, just open up those possibilities of trading things, keeping it in third gen if I want, and just restarting a game. But yeah, this is the only Game Boy Advance or SP I have. I don't have any original Game Boy Advances, just this SP. Hey, well, yeah, I hope you get that Tepic if you do hunt it. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes I think like, sometimes I just think like if I only put in whatever it is, $50 for a DS Lite or something, and then the Japanese game is, I mean, some of the Japanese black and white are so cheap. I'm just like, sometimes I catch myself thinking like, oh, is it worth buying another, maybe I should buy another console, another game because it could save me, X amount of time, but there's no guarantee it's going to appear on there. And also, yeah, it's a balance because I do like making use of the consoles and things I have now. Like I've been thinking about wanting to get another, this is Emerald right here with the Regice. I've been thinking about wanting to get another one of those to do a Torchic hunt and also make a tutorial out of it because I wasn't psyched on how the short tutorial I made on the starters in Emerald turned out. Or just I just made a mistake toward the end of it with talking about the Zigzagoon. Basically, it's like if you want to keep it full odds, like you'd want to restart the game, if you find a Zigzagoon, most likely. Yeah, anyway, I was saying that like I'm just like I can wait, I don't need to buy another emerald right now. Let me just at least find Regice in this emerald and make some use out of this emerald I have. Traded. Oh, that's awesome about the another SP Ruby and LeafGreen. Wow. Yeah. Hey, yeah, I love the older games, especially. I feel like I'm just, there's something that always draws me to those. Hey, yeah, dude, I get that about the being tempted to buy a game there. It's been a while since I've gone to like they kind of have some retro things, some older, or I mean some newer too, but it's been a while since I've been there just because I knew that if I were to go there, I'd have to like probably go in there with a plan of like, if I plan to buy this, but if not, maybe this thing. Otherwise, it's like I could probably see, there's a lot of things I would probably want to buy. Yeah, so the broken RNG is only an emerald, but also it does apply if the Ruby Sapphire has a dry battery. It acts the same as emeralds, always does. Yeah, no, honestly, I could see that. Like, I don't see them going down in price. I'll say that. Like, it's they seem to be hovering around, the same price recently. But like, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I definitely, I could see them going up in price. But yeah, for me, I guess it's just it's gonna be a very gradual thing. Some of those are, They are kind of pricey. Yeah, so if the battery is working in Ruby and Sapphire, yeah, then there's nothing to worry about. It's like you can just, save in front of something in soft reset until you get the shiny. Yeah, actually, I do have mostly. Oh my God, $2,000. Oh, that makes it just like hurts a little bit to hear that. Not, it doesn't. But it's just like, I just think back to like, when they were released, and like I remember buying a Sapphire version. I got Ruby initially, as a gift, but then I bought Sapphire, and it's probably like $35, $40 maybe dollars. But yeah, it is what it is. There's nothing I can. Yeah. I think it would be cool though to have at least one English copy of every all the main series Pokemon games. I have no idea why I just scrolled through those. Okay, yeah, the Meowths don't have anything right now. Yeah, it does make it easier being able to read all the text and just, especially when catching a shiny legendary, I do get a little bit more nervous if it's a Japanese game, because I'm just like, I really gotta take this slowly. Like, I gotta make sure this is not gonna damage it, or at least if it is, it's just, false swipe or super fang or something. Yeah, Emerald version. I remember. I actually didn't. That was one of the few games I didn't get like soon after it came out. Oh, that's awesome! You got it on release day too. Was that for the Emerald or the Diamond? Yeah, I get that about the older games, taking better care of those. Oh, that's awesome about though having your first shiny ever though in that game. Oh yeah, both on release day. Which ones did I got yeah, no, I agree completely about the release day memories. Whenever the newest Switch Pokemon game comes out, like I definitely plan to get that on release day, because yeah, this is the first time that I wasn't. Let me think of when. I think when I got back into the games, maybe Legends Arceus came out after that, but other than that, like everything else was pretty much already out. Yeah, I feel like it's just so cool to get them on release day. I remember pre-ordering. Let's see, Diamond, and then I got Heart Gold and Soul Silver on release day too. Oh wow, yeah, Litwick is a really cool one. I wonder if I've found a shiny while EV training. I don't know if I have actually, but I've had like plenty of good luck in other scenarios, like with hunting and random shinies while playing through games and everything. Actually, I got a Litwick. I think it took like 12 eggs with the Masuda method in black version. Like, what was it? 2 years ago or 1 year or something. But yeah, that was mind blowing. Like 12 eggs. I don't even. Yeah, no, I should evolve that at some point. I think it was actually, I think it was Modest Nature too. Like, so definitely got to evolve that. Yeah, I remember Heart Gold Soul Silver release day in the U.S. was March 14th, Pi Day, and I got I was resetting for the 12 eggs is so fast for that. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of times to fill up those boxes for that. Hopefully you get that if you continue that. That's a really cool one to hunt for. I remember when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out on release day, I was resetting for the stars in both of those, and like very soon after getting home, I got Cyndaquil in Heart Gold after 25 resets. I want to say 75 starters in that game. Like, I don't even know how that. Yeah, that was incredibly fast. Yeah, man. Yeah, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I think are really good. I just feel like they're so polished and just there's so much to them, and just really enjoyable games in my opinion. Yeah, the RNG really was on my side with that. Yeah, the first Heart Gold or the first Johto starter hunt in those games definitely took longer. It was not Trico? It was a Chikorita. Like 20,067 comes to mind. How many starters it took? That was on the Japanese one. It was, that was a really cool experience too. To experience the game before it was released in the U.S., I felt like it was just like less, a lot less people had it, and it was. I do wish I had done that with Black and White, or Black 2 White 2 even, or maybe I did for Black 2 White 2, but I think I did. Yeah, it's just interesting to experience a game first, and obviously now they're released at the same time. Yeah, no, that's so true. It is so cool to see the shiny starter walk behind you, like to start the adventure, Wow. 2 shinies in the same video like that. Wow, and Fire and LeafGreen, that's not very common, obviously. Huh. Yeah, I wonder. First cave you enter in Fire LeafGreen, Mount Moon. Actually, I found a random shiny Zubat in there once. Oh yeah, that place is frustrating. At least like in the earlier days when I wasn't, and even just, without repels and stuff, that can be annoying. I found a random Zubat in there once in LeafGreen. It's always I think that's a cool experience too, just finding a shiny while playing through a game. It's like, it's like I wasn't even trying for this, and it just, just came right to me. Yeah, I agree. That happened to me with Tentacle and Brilliant Diamond. I was so shocked. It was my first time seeing shiny in there. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it. Maybe I'll keep it, the videos up. Yeah, exactly, when multiple people are hunting. Yeah, Tentacle I really like that. I've always liked blue and green shinies especially. Or at least it's somewhat like blue and green. I guess it's more kind of like a light purple or something, and I don't know. But Mothim, I always thought shiny Mothim was like a top Sinnoh shiny for me. I think that would be a great one to get. I'm trying to think if I experienced any other games on release. I don't think I didn't get firered or LeafGreen on release day, but shiny Budu. I found a few of those, and like it's just so much brighter than I expected, you know. Especially I remember, yeah, the one I found next to a regular one. It's like I can clearly see the difference. It's really cool. Oh, Huntail, yeah. Huntail and Gorbis, I think, are just, yeah, they're pretty hard to come by, but they're, I guess you can choose which one to evolve, obviously, Clamperl too, but I think they're both just very unique and cool shinies. So I believe Huntail is like a yellow and green. Like you don't really see that combination too much on shinies. And Gorbis is like that goldish, I think. Yeah, I do like that they implement the super training thing in Gen 6. It just makes it so much easier to EV train, and even though it is, it's pretty easy with Pokerus and power items too. You can see how much progress you made in the Furo and Primeape. Oh yeah, those are great ones too. I found a Spearow once in LeafGreen. And I found a Mankey. I never evolved it though. Yeah, I love firered LeafGreen shinies, or even just any Gen 3 I think are really cool. Clamperl. Oh yeah, that's so true about the Clamperl hunt. I've done that, or I haven't ever completed that hunt, but I've hunted there some. Underwater. Yeah, it's like there really are great options there, and I believe there's a repel trick or something for Relicanth. Maybe I could be wrong, but I know it's obviously. Oh no, I just keep encountering this without any moves. But yeah, I think it's 5% normally. I think it'd be interesting to find a Clamperl and then just like flip a coin to decide what to evolve it into, because honestly I think they both look amazing, the evolutions. Oh yeah. Hey, well, I hope you get that Torchic soon. I think I'm gonna call it a night soon. I'm probably just gonna, I'll just do like use the rest of Raticate's moves here again. So that should be 30 encounters on there. Maybe more, but at least that. So I didn't expect to be streaming this long. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect, but I was just, yeah, it's just like, I'm gonna try something new. Dude, yeah, man, that would be cool to see a competitive scene for the older games. That's something I never really got to experience that. Like did minimal Link battles with friends and family, but like, yeah, good night. I appreciate you stopping by. It was, yeah, it's been fun. Appreciate the comments and the support. Yeah, we'll see what I'm feeling, but it's been a lot of fun with this. In terms of doing more, I could definitely see myself doing more. Dude, yeah, it's been awesome talking to you again too. Glad we reconnected. But yeah, the what was I gonna say? But yeah, it's been I feel like it was a nice change of pace for the day, you know, to do this. Just like, you know what, why not? Let me, even if a shiny doesn't appear, it's still fun. I am really glad I got that lucky egg in this LeafGreen. It's definitely making a difference, even if it's gradually. Yeah, so true. It is the journey. It's like I don't stress as much over getting a shiny at a certain time or anything like that anymore. I mean, sometimes I do find myself like, you know, wanting to complete a hunt, but now I'm just like, I've gotten better with just being able to set things down, you know, and just, you know, like I can come back later, or maybe I don't return to the hunt. Maybe I just, you know, pick up a different one or something. It's just I'm learning to accept that, you know, accept that they're uncompleted things or whatever, you know. It's like there's always, so it's fun though. It's fun playing the game. So and then it's especially exciting, obviously, when the shiny appears. I experienced that with the giratina. I was just so like, that's actually the first full odd shiny I found in about 2 months. So that was, yeah, it had been some time, a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Just whatever you feel drawn to. I feel like that's always when I tend to have more luck when it's just not always, but sometimes if I go to a game that I'm drawn to, you know, or like when I found the Alolan Exeggutor, it's like I was gonna go to bed, and then I just had this feeling to keep going for a little bit longer, and like maybe 10 minutes later I found that. It's just I find those moments interesting where it's just like, you know, for some reason I feel drawn to continuing or switching up the games or whatever it is, you know. I feel like that's when yeah, that's when I seem to have more luck. I was just thinking about the shiny Darkrai I found. It was just such a unique experience, just finding the finding out it was shiny by hearing the sound of it first. Like I always thought that was cool when it's like it's just like more shocking. It's a different experience, though, especially with that, because I was intentionally doing that. You know, it's like I was just covering up the screen as I was hunting. Oh, the Darkrai hunt? Yeah, I did that in Pearl version. Used the tweaking glitch to get there, which it was surprisingly, well, okay, I'll say it was pretty easy, but I did get stuck at one point, like on the top floor of the Pokemon Center, and like I thought I was about to lose the shiny Dustox I had, so that was terrifying. But luckily I was able to just reset the game, and somehow I moved the character around. I was able to get out of that and got that to work. But it was even some of the tutorials that are like several years old, like I found they still work for the glitch, the ones that I found, and it's way easier than it was in the past to get to it. I remember trying it in the like almost 15 years ago, and like one of the steps, you had to take 65,000 steps. I think you could be on the bike, maybe. I think it still worked if you're on it, but it was still 65,000 steps, and like I just kept messing that up, that part of it up, and I just eventually gave up on that. So it was cool to get the glitch to work later and then to find the shiny with it. They're obviously full odds hunting, but it's cool that that's available on any of those, or any diamond pearl file. Oh, so it was actually the Darkrai was in Pearl version actually with the glitch, the tweaking glitch, because it doesn't work for at least not for Darkrai. There might be some version of the tweaking glitch that works in Platinum, but not for Darkrai. Oh, I know what you're saying. Sorry. Yeah, there was a mystery gift, like a Wi-Fi event for Darkrai and Platinum, and actually, yeah, I did get that event there back in the day in like 2009, but I just never got the shiny on that game. Yeah, that was a cool experience too. Like just those those Wi-Fi events and just getting to experience those. Yeah, honestly, I wish, like, they did the Shiny Rayquaza event recently, but it's not the same as, like, some of those older events where you get access to the legendary, then you can hunt it with the full odds, and it just felt a lot different. Yeah. Dude, yeah, those Wi-Fi events were cool. It's just like, yeah, being at home and being able to like, yeah, I remember getting the Rotom thing, to change the forms, and the Shaman event and Darkrai, and there are tons in Heart Gold, Soul Silver too. I feel like there's like a Mew, and there's the Enigma Stone, I think, for Latios and Latias. Celebi. I don't know how many of them were Wi-Fi. There were some like in person at GameStop, and I mean that was a whole nother experience too. That was always fun, like just going there like just for that, to get those events. Oh yeah, and the shiny legendary dogs and things like that. There were a lot of events. Yeah, the community aspect is part of what drew me to live streaming tonight too, because I feel like it's more interactive, versus like, and the comments are obviously still awesome too in like a YouTube video that I uploaded, but this is cool too. Yeah, no, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I feel like I missed so many events because I knew about a lot of the Gen 4 ones, but I didn't get any Gen 3 ones. And I did get one Gen 2 event. It was a Celebi in Crystal version. No, Silver version. And that was when I just randomly stumbled across at an amusement park. They were giving out that. So I thought that was cool. It was like a level 10 Celebi. I remember trading it to my friend so I could restart my game at one point. It would have been really cool to still have some of those, but yeah, I 100% like didn't mark a ton of these hordes and Regice encounters. I just realized I just get so into the process of the different hunts and just making sure I'm checking whether or not they're shiny. So, oh well, the counter's off. Yeah, I just remember. Yeah, I had it sitting in the car, so I went back to get that. It's probably the original Game Boy and Silver version. If I had gold at the time, I bet I would have, or maybe I did have gold. I just didn't bring it with me. But anyway, I would have wanted to get two, honestly. Yeah, those events were always fun. Yeah, no, I think that's the way to do it. Because it's like even using the counter, it's like I might even get a more accurate estimate, like doing it at the average per hour. Now that you say that, like that's a great point, because I know I'm consistently doing the encounters most of the time. So it's like, why not just, yeah. I'm just using the moves to keep track on there. I always thought that was cool that the in black 2 and white 2, the trainer card keeps track of the encounters. Of course, it doesn't count double battles as 2, but if you're hunting in a single encounter area, then it's like you get like a built-in counter to the game, which actually makes me want to play those games more. It's been a bit. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like mine can definitely be off even with it. So it's like it does save a lot of time and effort not using a counter. I feel like I've done a good number of horde encounters and everything else here, Tangela and Regice tonight, though. So I think I'm just about to call it. Let me just finish up these. Yeah, so I'm hunting for a Tangela in this 100% encounter rate here in LeafGreen, and then hoping for Gulpin here and Minin, Scraggy. Those would be really cool too, and then Regice and Emerald on the capture card. Probably feeling pretty drawn to these ones right now. I do feel like I want to hunt Moltres, at least in Heart Gold, maybe in shiny Scraggy and Scrafty line is awesome. I remember doing the Masuda method, maybe like 600 eggs or something, in English Black or English Black back in the day, like soon after they came out. But I didn't get it back then, so I always thought that would be a cool one to get at some point. But yeah, I have been thinking about hunting Moltres in Heart Gold. I hunted that a little bit. It's just I wanted to get stock up more on the love balls because I thought that would match nicely with it. Yeah, the shiny chicken, exactly. Yeah, I just didn't want to keep, going to Kurt to get those each day and then collecting the apricorns and then keep continually going back to Moltres. So I'm just like, I might just wait to hunt it until I've stocked up more on those. So that's another aspect of Heart Gold Still Silver that's awesome. Those special apricorn balls. So you get some really unique. I feel like the first thing I think of is just like the color combinations you can get with shinies with those. Like it just opens up a whole nother realm of possibilities, I guess, with that. There's a lot of different options. That's what I mean. No, I actually haven't done the Celebi hunt. That would be a really cool one because it's like because I got that Celebi, or the other event, the one, I don't know if the one back in the day was shiny locked, but Yeah, it would be really cool to hunt for shiny Celebi. Just to see the Gen 2 sparkles with it and just shiny Celebi sprite. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. Just having like, yeah, there's some hunts it's like I might do a little bit and then just not really do much after, because it's like I find other hunts to do and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's a unique thing to be able to tap the screen to reset it. Yeah, I have seen people do that, like with the starters too, the Johto starters in Gen 2. I believe maybe it's faster, I don't know. Definitely seems easier. I just realized that. Oh yeah, not having to use rubber bands, that is a nice benefit to that. This 2DS actually just went into the red. I'm glad I noticed it now though. Because I just remember finding shiny Rhydon when the DS was in the red. That was my fault though. I noticed it was in the red and didn't plug it in, but I found Shaman with it in the red. And it, luckily I was able to charge it in time, but I my hand was covering it. I didn't notice it was in the red, so. Yeah, no, that is a scary feeling. It's like, I took a photo, like, I just want to get one photo just to show that it was in the red, but that would have been my fault if I had lost it from that, because I know that was pushing it. So especially with the original DSs, sometimes the battery life can be rough on those. It's on the silver DS that I have. Luckily with this one's always charging. I want to have it plugged in for the capture card, so I'm at least set with that. Oh yeah, the original DS. Yeah, let's see, I have 2 of the original DSs and 1 DS Lite and a 2DS. I definitely would like to get some 3DSs. I like the feel of those better than the 2DS, but yeah, no, I gotta agree with you on that. It is nice that the Game Boy Advance games are flush in the original DS. It's like it does make it a little bit riskier with the Game Boy, or with the DS Lites. It's like it's being careful not to bump it, especially if a shiny appears. I do like that the DS Lites have a nice, have brighter settings, obviously. But then again, the original DS is just like basically indestructible. It seems like the buttons, the hinge are just. It just seems like they're much better than the DS Lite. I just have a lot of nostalgia for the Lite though. A lot of hours put into playing that while playing Diamond and Pearl. Oh yeah, it's good that that you weren't doing anything important when that happened. Yeah. So let's see, 22 more attacks. I think after that, I'm actually going to call it a night. Because I streamed a lot longer than I thought. Because it just, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And even, yeah, I got some good progress in. And yeah, I'm actually not on Reddit. Oh, I don't have an account, but I do like just check out the shiny Pokemon forum and some other things sometimes to see what shinies people find and all that. Wow, this encounter is taking a while. I guess that happens when it can't happen. Yeah, it does seem like a fun place for the for shiny hunting community. Yeah, I gotta just. I might just feint a staryu at some point and then just fly to Viridian City and then back to Palatown and just do it that way so I don't have to feint the staryu every time, you know? I think that was just distracting. I definitely trained this Raticate a lot tonight. Another hidden power TM. Yeah, so in this game, I want to say I beat the Pokemon League. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, I got access to the islands and possibly got access to trading, maybe. But yeah, I'm just I figured I would hunt for this some while I train up this Raticate, which I could use for catching, catching shiny legendaries and things like that. Maybe normal legendaries. We'll see if I multi-hunt, obviously I could catch a normal in another game. I think, man, Mewtwo. I've never found Mewtwo in Gen 3. I found one in Heart Gold. Yeah, 2010. So that would be an interesting one, or one of the legendary birds, I think, or Ho-Oh. Yeah, I think I'm just done with the counter. I'm just gonna have to estimate that later because it's not. I'm learning that it's, yeah, I could actually get it more accurate without that right now. Love the dramatic zoom into the scraggy like that. Just like the pan into the. Maybe we'll get a last second shiny. Who knows? It would be interesting to get I haven't seen I think it's been a while since I found X or Y shiny, so it would be the first one on this this game. It's actually a digital version of it. agree with that. Like yeah, it seems like a good idea to estimate the encounters per hour, because it's like I'm going at a pretty consistent rate now, you know, just with each of these games. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to time that at some point and see how many I get in an hour. Definitely worth it. It is nice to know, like, just an estimation, I feel like, versus like not knowing at all. At least for me, like, I like to at least roughly know where I'm at, because for me it helps with motivation. Like, you know, I could be at like 3,000, but if I don't keep track, maybe I think I'm at like 4,000 or 5,000 or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Just see how many you can do in a minute and multiply it out. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it should be pretty relatively easy to get the capture card footage into the stream next time, because it's yeah, I can do that. At least make it more interesting to have more games on the screen, or just, yeah, different than this setup right now. I still feel like a Gulpin could appear. Maybe that's the next shiny I find. I never evolved the first one I found, so definitely evolving this. Yeah, exactly. It's like if I'm far under the odds, like sometimes I don't know how far under them I am if I'm not keeping track, and like at least if I know, like, oh, I haven't really done too many encounters, that's okay. I shouldn't really expect too much yet. Like, yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I wish you luck too. Let's see, eradicate. Okay, one more attack. Then I'm actually calling it, because this has been like, it's been kind of close to 4 hours actually. Wow. Yeah, I feel like it went by very fast because it was fun. Been enjoying this. Now let's check what Regice, or not Regice, check what Meowth has, if any of them have anything. That's a nugget, I do know that. And that's TM10. Yeah, I think it would be fun to live stream again. Yeah, even if there was no shiny luck that happened during this one, there's always the next time. I think what I might do is, like, once Eradicate gets to level 100, I could go to something else in this game. I think that would be plenty of training. So I think, actually, let's see, I'm going to do 2 more on all of these. I should probably get on the bike. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, man, I was overthinking some editing things at times, just trying to make it good, like what I thought would be a good video, you know, and sometimes it just led to a lot of, yeah, it made things harder to upload for sure. So it's nice to have a change of pace with this. Okay, this is the last Regice. Looks normal. I'll do one more horde encounter here. Non-shiny Gulpin. Yeah, well, I really appreciate everyone who stopped by, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Glad I decided to try something new and just get outside my comfort zone, and it's been fun. It's been fun talking about just all the shinies and other Pokemon things and everything. And just do 2 more in here. It's emerald. Yeah, exactly. Until next time. For some reason I'm feeling doing 2 more encounters. I just think Regice would be a really fitting thing to get in this cold weather. So I started this hunt pretty recently. This was the hunt that I was doing on the side of those 2 the whole time. And that is it for this, but I do want to, I figure why not, I'll just show the 2 shinies I have on this emerald version before nope, not the Pokedex. Here we go, they're front of the box. Yeah, I think it's gonna get even colder soon. Naughty Nature, Smeargle, Brave Nature, Apum. And 14111. I don't know, I find it interesting to see what the playtime stops at sometimes, the game time. Yeah, I actually think that's gonna be it. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone who stopped by, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, and until next time.